why chicken and rice will always be my go-to meal. All right, now that meal is smashed and out of the way, because I think as Chad said, we can't film a video while you're hungry. It's just horrible. It's just the truth. So we want to knock this meal out. I cleaned up, and then now we're sitting down to talk bodybuilding or talk muscle building, fat loss, whatever with you. So to me, a lot of times people will say, Chris, like the ultimate bro meal. And yes, it is. But there's a reason for it. And that's because for me, not necessarily you, but for me, and most of my clients, that meal will digest flawless 99 times out of 100. And it's built on the backs of predominantly single ingredient foods. So if you look at that, in this meal, my health phase of an off day, I have 6 ounces of cooked chicken breast, and that is gonna be free range cold pressed chicken that I get from either Kroger or Fresh Market, 150 grams of cooked jasmine rice, 10 grams of olive oil, and then with this meal I'm also, which was not shown, is 100 grams of apple. So to me, flawless. And if you look at that, I have 4 foods, all single ingredient. The only thing on my plate that isn't single ingredient is the sauces that I use. And that's the sweet and spicy GU's sugar-free barbecue sauce, and then the Flavor Gang takeout sauce. So if you look, the portion size there is I use 15 grams of each. It's not a lot, it's not over the top, but it's gonna give this meal some little bonus kick of flavor and heat. You guys are welcome to flavor it however you like. And then I also have salt and pepper on top of the chicken and rice that I cooked in the skillet. So all day long, I'm just gonna get to the nuts and bolts of this. This is easy for me to prepare, whether I eat at home off the hot stove each meal, or I go on the road for an event, for Ty's wrestling, for a bodybuilding show, for traveling, whatever. So we just went and watched Ty get his second college win this past weekend, and I literally made 3 of these meals. It's the exact meal that you saw me eat. Literally the same. Packed in a cooler, took 2 shake meals with almond butter and rice cakes, and it's super easy. There's 5 of my meals. I ate my breakfast on the way out the door. Wow, shocked. All 6 meals covered with me at all times. So no matter what came up that day, even if we didn't get home till midnight, I had all my food covered till the next day. So ease of use, right? I woke up at 5, put on a pot of rice. It was ready in 40 minutes. And then I had all my chicken pre-made. All I had to do was shred it, put it in a container, salt, pepper, drizzle the sauce on top, drizzle the olive oil on top, done in my cooler. And it tastes amazing. Cold. I prefer it warm, but honestly, I like it cold as well. It's definitely better warm. If I had to choose the hierarchy, right, of stovetop is going to be number 1, then it's going to be microwave, then it's going to be cold. But at the end of the day, I simply refuse to miss a meal. And that's why I continue to go back to this one. As I said to start it causes 0 digestive stress, no matter the portion size. So let's say I'm in full-blown all-season mode and I'm having 80 ounces of cooked chicken, 350 grams of rice, a tablespoon of olive oil or 14 grams of olive oil, and then 200 grams of apple. Only thing that changes there is the sauce increases just by a touch. I go to 20 grams each. So I'm having 40 total grams of sauce, which I think comes out to like 3 or 4 grams of carbs. So I can still plow through that meal with ease. It's over 100 grams of carbs. It's 15 grams of fat. And I'm looking at, what's that, 56-ish plus the rice. So I'm probably over 60 grams of protein. Super easy. And then 2 hours, 2.5 hours, I'm hungry again. So, I've mixed these meals up all over the course of my bodybuilding. I've done the chicken shredded in a crock pot. I've cooked it on the grill. I've shredded it with my fingers. I've cut it into chunks and cubes. The rice, I've pretty much always stuck with white or jasmine. For the most part, it's been jasmine. I've had small periods when I went to basmati, small periods when I went to sushi rice. But I always find my way back to jasmine because to me it's the most palatable. And again, it just digests well. And if I cook it fresh in the pot, it tastes good all daggone day. And then the oils I'll occasionally change around. So on a long time, I loved this with coconut oil. Now I'm in an olive oil kick. I've done it with avocado oil. I've done it with macadamia nut oil. It's just whatever your fat source wants to be. I've even thrown like a handful of mixed nuts in there. I like almonds and cook them on the stove and kind of crisp them up or roast them. It tastes delicious. So all different ways you can season them, flavor it, all different types of combinations to make these really taste the best. And then the grand scheme of life, it's how we can repeat this and be consistent with it day in and day out. And for me, that is this meal. I love it pre-training. I love it before bed. I love it fresh out of bed in the morning. Does not matter to me. So find your go-to meal, stick with it, and don't be afraid to repeat it over and over again to put on the most amount of lean muscle tissue. Until next time, Chris on TV.